Thanks for staying with us. So our hot topic, in every family, there are relationships that can be complicated. The bond between a mother-in-law, the daughter-in-law is one of the most delicate and complicated, or sometimes complex. Love, loyalty, and expectations can all collide in one, leading to drama, tension, and conflict. On this segment today, we'll be talking again to all about the world of in-laws and outlaws, where we will be exploring the intricate world of family dynamics and the challenges that come with it. In recent times, there were some videos of a young lady complaining about her mother-in-law, others complaining about the relationships of how their husbands are baby, they are, what do they call them, mama's boys. They call them mama's boys. And the daughters are frustrated about how gullible their spouses are to their mother's voices. Others are saying the mother knows her son best. You know, she can lead, because when you're a mother, you realize that, listen, and you know the kind of wife your son has, you feel that, okay, a woman, because I had this conversation with a woman who felt that I know this woman, I know my son is such a sweet boy, and this man is taking advantage of him, and I know that if I don't guide him, she will finish this boy for me. So you hear different versions, and you'll be wondering, okay, how do we manage this relationship that seems always strained between the daughter-in-laws and the mother-in-laws? You can join the conversation. You can call us on 020-16-35-201, 090-241-63440. You can also send us messages on X and also on YouTube. We'll be happy to hear your thoughts. Mother-in-law and daughters-in-law.
Topic since old times.
Yeah, this is like the
never oldest topic ever.
God bless you.
Never ends.
I mean, I want us to bring it to 2025. Okay. And the reason why I'm bringing it to 2025 is because there are lots of young marriages today that young couples, young wives don't seem to have a bit of tolerance or acceptance for the mother-in-law. Because when we were raised somewhat, you know, yes, mother-in-laws can be overbearing, but you are raised to manage or understand or even be submissive such that you understand and manage that relationship. But today's young wives don't want to hear it. They're not even willing to be patient. Like, even before the mother-in-law says hello, they're already telling her what the rules and regulations are in their house. And you're thinking, okay, where is the role of wisdom? Where is the role of managing, tolerance? Where is the role of respect for where your mother-in-law is coming from? That's on the side of the Gen Z wives. Now, on the part of the mothers, how are they reshaping or realigning their thinking to managing the daughters-in-laws of today? Because they feel that I should be part of my son's life. But how would you advise them to manage today's? Because today's daughters-in-law are different from our own. When we were
Z daughter-in-laws
married. That's the conversation I really want us to focus on. What are your own thoughts? Yeah. You want to start?
So, where are the role of boundaries? Many mother-in-laws at the time that we were getting married did not understand the meaning of boundaries, especially in a place like Africa, where once a woman has a son, that son is all in all. Woe betide you that the husband did not treat her well. She waits for the daughter-in-law to assert her authority. Many times where I see mother-in-laws get upset how their son is treating the wife, the things they did not enjoy in their own marriage, when they see the wife enjoying it with their son, it becomes a problem. You know, they are constantly comparing and contrasting. I've heard things like, your father did not treat me like this. Why are you treating her like that? So there were no boundaries. And because of the way the society was, your own parents will tell you, find a way. Just find a way to manage her. She will do and go. So mother-in-laws come and they don't want to go. They come into the house. They understand that this is now a new life their son is trying to build with somebody else. No, in their head, they are still number one in that home. And it becomes a problem. During our time, we found ways of managing it. Yeah. You cry in your bed, you complain to your friends, you complain to your parents and all of that. Now, the generation that we have now, the Gen Zs, those ones take no prisoners. they will call it what it is. They will call your bluff.
Or shouldn't we correct them? Shouldn't we correct
What
them?
are we correcting? So if you come into a space that is not your space, you're a visitor. If you're a mother-in-law and you've come and see your son that is married, you're a visitor. Even though you're extended family, you see in your son's house. I like the word, your son's house. Your son has a wife. Hey, he sucked my breast. Your son is sucking that breast every night. Your own. How many months did they suck the breast? 2 years. 2 years. Your son has been sucking that breast for many years, and we suck it till he dies if that marriage continues. So, I carried him. That lady is carrying your son every night or twice a week, depending on how that goes. By the time you calculate it, it's more than the 9 months that you have carried the baby. So please, you are a visitor in your son's house,
let me take
right? So let me just land it. When you come in, you will respect yourself. If you need certain things, you would ask. It's also a form of respect that you're giving to the person who is taking care of your son. You will ask for permission for certain things in the house. It shows that you respect yourself and you respect your son. But when you now come and want to do anyhow because it's my son's house, it's my son's, this is my son, Jesse will put you in your place now. So you need to go back and learn.
But I think I'll bring it from the point of boundary. But now, who loves a child more or who loves a son more, the mother or the wife? I think it's still something that we always debate. Because the way a mother will love her son, of course, we know that it's till eternity.
Of course.
And we've seen cases where, for better, for worse, and in 1 year, the worst has happened, and he goes back to his mom. And the mom is always there to console. So maybe sometimes, with the way women have also seen other women behave, some mothers do not just want to leave their children or throw cautions to the wind as regards their son in implementing treatments and living a fair life. I will say I have a close example, and I know that, I have a close example of a mother who has been gifting her daughter-in-law, Akpoti, for the last 5 years.
As a bench?
Akpoti stool. The stool we sit on regularly.
Okay. Why?
For the last 5 years.
Why?
If you ask me, I think there's a spiritual connotation. Because every year, there's a new Akpoti. And when you bring the next one, the previous ones are not damaged. And you bring another one.
Whoa.
And then when they come for Happy New Year greeting, it's Akpoti.
Whoa.
What are you saying?
Yeah, it's capital.
Can you explain to us what it means?
I have all mama has. Maybe there's no capital right in front of mama's house.
Hold on, please. When we are talking about the physical, we'll also explore the spiritual.
True.
A lot of mothers, they are just shields. The ones that are very positive and genuine, they are shields. In case they don't know. Yes, men marry Ogbanjena, men marry people super ego that fly. And the mother would have noticed that, super ego, but it's you that went to bring the bone of your bone.
Super Eagle's a Nigerian brand, please.
Oh, sorry about that. The ones that used to fly witches and wizards in the night. Maybe better explained.
Do you
understand? But this is, so in this connotation, it is more spiritual. Because the symbolism of Akpoti in the Yoruba context is that you are there to stay. Your seat is in that house.
That's the mother now.
That is the spiritual connotation.
What I have learnt
is that
from Coach Obiajulu that has been on this set is that Nigerians spiritualize what they do not understand.
True.
If you cannot understand why grandma is bringing a quote every day, you don't say it's spiritual.
Hold on, that's where we are good. That's what I'm trying to explain because I also sought some kind of knowledge. I asked questions. You understand? Because when I heard these stories, like how your mother-in-law be gifting you a quote every day, it became a thing. At the fourth one, when the woman now noticed, the girl now noticed that it's weird. Why is it Akpoti every year? We have 3 that have not spoiled.
You understand? I agree with you.
Then there are carpenters in Lagos. The Akpoti comes all the way from Osun State. You understand?
So let me start myself. So in my own custom, Akpoti is given to a woman who is fertile, Toba Bimo.
Okay.
So my father-in-law gave me an Akpoti. I cherished it. The day the Akpoti spoiled, I quickly did another one because I still want to have kids.
You did it yourself?
I went to do it myself because he did not know
that the first one is damaged.
So when you have kids and you're going through that heating up and all of that, there's this way you need to sit down for them to massage you.
Yes.
Your in-laws, when they endorse you, they will give you Akpoti. It means that you are the mother of this house.
Okay. It's every year they will not be giving.
It's all about interpretation.
It's every year they will not be
every
giving.
year she wants to be born in.
She's reaffirming
maybe the mama's dream.
House.
Exactly. And the Akpoti that the mama gifts you doesn't represent her. It's an endorsement of you.
But these are the different connotation.
Okay, you are Yoruba, she is Bende.
No, Akpoti get meaning. See, when people
That's
don't
what
take
we are
time, ask Mama. She Mama, when she sends the Akpoti, she's the one sitting on it.
She says, no, the question, hold on please. The subject matter where the woman began to realize is like, this is the Akpoti I will be using to sit down when I come to your house. Now, you can always tell her that, oh, in your house, so your stools are not comfortable. Call a carpenter to make Akpoti is Akpoti, let's say. Abi, why does one have to travel all the way from Osho to come to Lagos? And it comes as a renewal. That's why I said I asked.
So again, to wrap this up, this point is that
this
it's all about interpretation. Okay.
Cultural interpretation.
Yes.
I didn't get one until I had my first child.
Yeah.
And they wanted to bathe me, and I carry buckets to sit down. Immediately, I know that the Akpoti was on. God rest my father-in-law, so he imported it sharp, and the Akpoti was very strong. I started bathing on it all through the years till water spoiled them. So I made one. And if Mama bring Akpoti to my house, I will use to sit down and do amala inside pots. Me, I'm the one sitting there. Now you go come interpret them the way you. If you leave Akpoti for only Mama to be sitting there, it's you that cause problem for yourself. That's if in your mind the Akpoti is meant for Mama's office.
But let's
go back to the
issue of boundaries.
This issue of boundaries, this mindset of the monster-in-law that is reigning now, who started it? Where it from start?
These experiences now
No,
that show people.
not just that, not just experiences. Sometimes people don't even live these experiences. They inherit it from other people's stories.
True.
It might never be your story, but you have just interpreted it from left, right, and center. I have recently come to maturity and realized that it's whatever you make of it. I live with my mother-in-law. I say it all the time. And we did not have a good past in the beginning. We had our frosty years that some people even thought they could take advantage of. But I don't know, whatever reason, God have joined us together because she will not leave me. She's with me. So what will you do? You make it work. Yeah. One important fact that people miss is that your kids need their grandparents.
Simple.
And if you allow this boundary thing go over boundary things, or you have this fear of the monster-in-law, you are denying your kids some healthy relationships. I'm not saying everybody is perfect. Yes. Because even me, girl, I get for hand.
If it is healthy.
I get for hand, I carry for head. I'm not perfect. I can start trouble in the morning, and the trouble is still brewing till night. Only me by myself. No assistant, nothing. So I know, if I were the mother-in-law, well, for the daughter-in-law, I just pray that I'm too busy to be. But the reality is that we need each other.
Yes.
You in your youth, they in their old age need you. We need each other. We need the healthy relationships. Our kids need to learn how they will treat us when we are old from how we treat our elders.
God bless you.
So
I like that. You finished.
I didn't
you finished the conversation.
I like that. So she did not finish it. I like that. I like that angle.
The reason why I said she finished is because these young people, I said we can have our own experiences, but these young wives, they have no
we need total foresight.
They have no tolerance whatsoever
for anything.
Yeah. And they are willing that just like because they have that perception in their mind. Once mother-in-law does something, they come battle ready. Not in my house. What is your mother? And I'm wondering, calm down.
Even me that I'm talking, I've done that.
Let me take this call from Banker.
It's age too.
Let me call Banker. Thanks for calling your line.
This is in perspective.
It's age too.
Banker. Hello, Banker, you there?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I cannot hear you.
Yes.
First time caller.
She's in the background.
I can't hear her.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is what I have to say. What I've come to realize is that. Can you hear me, please?
I can't hear you, but I'm hoping that our viewers can hear you. You can hear them. Okay, the ladies can hear you. So go ahead. I can't hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, now I can hear you.
So,
thank you.
Thank you. So what I want to say is that most of the mother-in-laws, they didn't really have a good relationship with their husbands, while raising the children. So they are kind of attached to the children. I'm Yoruba, and I'm saying this because most of them, they grew up to see their children as their husbands. This thing about okomi. So it's usually very difficult for them to pull away from the children, especially their guys, their sons, when the children eventually get married. So I think that is one thing that I've realized, to be the problem. And that's one thing that the women of this generation should also watch out for. So this is what I tell myself. I've got boys. I'm enjoying my time with them right now. So that when it's time to let go, I'm not going to find it very difficult.
Yeah, thank you
For
very
me,
much,
that's the
Banker.
problem that I've seen with a lot of, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law relationship.
Do you
relative?
Can I ask? Because you see, when we use
Yes.
can I ask what letting go means to you? How does it? What do you mean when you say let go?
I didn't get that.
What does letting go mean to you eventually? Eventually.
Okay, so what I mean by letting go is when the children are, the Bible talks about living and cleaving.
Yeah.
So you've spent your own time with your son. Let the child leave and let the child go and cleave with the wife.
Okay.
And just be on your side and pray for them and believe that they will do well.
Thank you very much, Banker.
Thank you.
Because we have very little time.
Yeah, so she just explained where the crux of the matter comes from most of the time, right? Where it's difficult to let go. You're already envisaging maybe she's not a good person, she's not a good wife, she will suffer my son and all of that. What I always say to people is, if you are a very busy woman as a mother-in-law, you hold your own, you have your life, you have your career, however it plays out, right? You will not even have time to be looking at the fish they put in your son's soup because it's not your house. When you visit, you will visit, play the role you're supposed to play. Your role at that point is more in a place of prayer, more in a place of guidance, more in a place of advisory. That's your role as a mother. But when you now come into the house and you are insisting that this has to be done this way and that way, then it becomes a problem. And that's what these Gen Zs will not take. Now, secondly, the other thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that many a times, when mother-in-laws come into a place, right, they want to start taking charge.
Not all the time.
No, wait now, calm down.
Okay, many times.
Wait, we also have mother-in-laws that are personality, naturally toxic people, right?
Yes.
And I like that aspect where you say it's easy, it's better that your children see how you relate with your in-laws. But there are some in-laws that are toxic. And in that, your children seeing how you're relating with your in-laws, they're learning how to take nonsense from people outside. So you also need to protect yourself. If you have a good family, a good mother-in-law, a good father-in-law that understands, that has good character, that will not start poisoning your children against you. I've seen situations where you send your children for a holiday and then the in-laws are talking. There was a case that we had sometime very close to me. The in-laws are talking bad about the wife in the presence of the children, to the extent that the children came home and they said, is there at any point that this person, grandma, did not like you, and it became an issue in the house? So do you expect that wife to say, okay, next holiday, Ungwa, carry your things, let us go to that place? No, because now the children are seeing and not things that did not happen in their presence. They are hearing different things about their own mother. They are hearing different things because you cannot manage yourself around your grandchildren. So if you have a toxic in-law, nobody's saying you should alienate them. Nobody's saying you should not take care of them, But even when they come into your space, they should understand boundaries, or else you cut them off.
Okay, so
and it's also okay.
So do you pull up boundaries against your own mom or your own family members? No, in my religion you don't.
That's your religion. I'm not
because
in your religion.
Thank you. So because you make it work. And my mom, for instance, my mom is a worry what? My mom is a Joseph Alala. She dream happen. She worries everything. I pikin they travel. Hey, the road is it safe? The pikin one goes. That's my mom. So imagine my sister-in-law trying to tell my mom something. She would think my mom does not want her to travel. But we lived with it growing up. You want to go somewhere, you give my parents a month's notice to any traveling gig. If you don't work,
even as adults,
even as adults, before we were married, if I tell my parents this morning, tomorrow morning I'm going somewhere, I will have to explain it. When I was living with my parents, so if my sister-in-law was facing that situation, she won't understand it. My point is, me that I'm sitting here, I've told my own mother-in-law that, Mama, this is my home. We are done taking instructions. There was a time we used to do Ileya, and I would go to my mother-in-law's house with my Olokpo. She would bounce them. She would say, no, Nima, this money you want to waste on Olokpo, I can use it to buy more drinks and more pure water. I'll be looking at her.
So who should do the work?
It's me that will still do the work. Yours truly. I did the work for a few years before I thought my stubbornness started. Mama, this work is no longer healthy for me. I can't be continuing like this. So me too, I will ghost. I will come late. I will do all sorts of drama. But I'm one person differently built. I feel that I must serve. If he fails, I take responsibility. So I started coming as I can. We were having those frostedness and all of that. So when she moved in with me, once she was telling me, my Olokpo is coming. I said, Mama, no. In my house, I already have a structure. Adopt the structure. If you change the structure, we will be fighting. My husband didn't understand it because I did not have politeness in how I said it. I knew that I did not say it politely because I said it at the point of anger. That this is my home. I have my olopos that work for me. My friends come in freely. When you start to import olopo, everybody start to spy on everybody. I will feel, Mama, no. We had that frosty argument. And she would look at me like this. I saw, because my mother-in-law is a compellingly dominating somebody. She dey control her space. So those clashes will happen. I'm just saying. And see, comments will fly. Even as you are sitting down here, so in church, in your friendship, in your workplaces, people comments will talk. Will fly. True. So comments will fly. See, leave comments. Leave comments. You see the children that are hearing it. They know who said it. And they have their opinions built of who said it. Me, I don't really send because I've lived 16 years. We are living family house. Let me tell you what I think.
Let me pause it for a second, because I'll come back to you and we'll build on this. The reason why I really wanted to focus on today's bride and today's wives is because of this issue of wisdom. Things we call wisdom. Yes, it might be inconvenient. You might not like it, but we are able to somewhat understand and manage these relationships. Let me give you an example before I come to you, Damilola. My mother-in-law, earlier in the marriage, maybe like 2 a.m. in the morning, she just show up in the room, enter because her door was just next door. She just enter her room looking for something in my room. Me and my husband are sleeping. And I'll be like, what in the world is she looking for? She'll be opening her wardrobe. Because Brown doesn't take nonsense. He will tell her right there, straight up. But it didn't make her stop. Even like about maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, I was dressing up. I'm half dressed. She just walked right in and started the conversation. And I felt very uncomfortable, but she sat down and came to talk to her son. So me, I just excused myself. Let me just find a way to go and find a way. Let me just find a way to dress myself a bit. Because I felt a bit embarrassed. I entered. Now, for me, because of wisdom, wisdom I'm applying is like that. This is a woman that will cook. Now she doesn't sleep next door because we left our house. Now our new house, she has her own house next door. She will cook for. She will bring it to my house. This is your own portion. I made some for you. She will make maybe moi. She will bring maybe 3 pieces. Mariah, I left some for you guys to take. She will make something for herself and she'll bring. Now, when I compare and contrast, this is a woman that loves the family. She cares for her son and his loves family. Her son. She loves the family. So will I now start making a fuss over the fact that she entered my room when I was half dressed? So because I'm applying that wisdom, let me just manage. This woman wants to talk to her son. Let me excuse them. So because of that wisdom, I'm not going to make a fuss. But today's bride will say, you have no right.
It also depends on what matters to you. Me, I'm naked talking to my mother-in-law. Now she bath me when I born. And for people who are making comments that maybe BC does, I have the sweetest mother-in-law. I don't think anybody has a sweet mother-in-law as I have on this table. I'm not even lying about it. They made my life so easy. When we have a topic like this, you also look at other sides. I have friends too who don't have good mother-in-law. So I cannot say, mother-in-laws are so, because I understand that no matter how good they are, they will always have their backside. I also have my bad side. Exactly. And what has helped me is that we found a way with the boundaries. Exactly. And that's why it's sweet. So because I'm standing on that aspect. But what I'm trying to say is that it depends on what matters to you. I can bait. She baited me all through my 3 kids. She pressed water, naked, everything. So if she walks into what you see as a problem now, it's not what I'll see as a problem. Because she can walk into me naked and we are talking and she's done. And she goes.
Maybe you should also buttress the fact that you people have a very good relationship.
No,
and that's why.
No, naturally they like to naked everywhere, so you not concern me. But we have a good relationship.
I'm not used to that. She didn't help me with any of my kids.
Yeah. So it could be a problem for you, but it's not a problem for me. Whichever one is a problem for you. You can have a conversation with, not necessarily directing, because I've had some issues too where I had to discuss with my husband. In fact, I didn't even need to open my mouth and discuss. My husband saw and was like, Mommy, you see this woman, I love her. Just step down on this one and handled it for me. And that was also what made it easy. But not all men can stand their mothers.
That
is where the problem is.
I think we get to that conversation.
I think, at this point, I don't have a mother-in-law. So I don't. Maybe I will say, God forgive me. Maybe this unconscious thing of by the time I get there, let the woman have passed. maybe, that's why I said maybe God forgive me. And now that I have a partner, his mom has passed.
Oh.
And sometimes I spoke to him about it. I said, sometimes I feel guilty or abused because...
No, you're missing a major blessing that could have happened to your life.
Maybe, yes, because he always says it that, my mom would have loved you. She likes all this pere and all of that. And okay, yes, it's even going to be a 5 years remembrance this year. But now, what I'm also saying is that I see the way my mother and my brother's wife, how they relate. In fact, my father used to think that they're in the same coven. Because the kind of bond that they share, the kind of relation, they are all even similar. But now that I am training to be, I'm going to be a mother-in-law someday. Maybe my person no pray make her die before they come. I
did not prefer anybody to die. I'm taking care of my mother-in-law.
That's what I said. No, that's what I said. At this point,
they should not try.
No, at this point, I'm learning like what the first caller said. I'm learning that at a point in life, you will have to learn how to detach and put your boys on their feet.
Yes,
they are the ones that will put women in the house.
Thank you.
Now I'm thinking ahead that I really don't want to care if my future daughter-in-law has piercing. I've got 7. I really don't want to care if she has tattoos. My own is that so far he is happy, and which is the first conversation we will have. Are you sure you are not under duress? Are you sure it's not as if they are burning herbs for you?
I want us to...
If we're going to look... No, burn herbs, it means different things now, so that we are sure.
Because we have very limited time.
But now, in this generation, like what we are talking about,
how would they manage
things have also changed. We've noticed that then, the mothers then are heavy on, I must reap the fruit of my labor. And when the man gets to marry, that's the fruit of their labor. That's our own fruit. Now we are working for our fruit.
Thank you.
So that they will be looking for us. Mommy, grandma, you're not passing here. I say I'm in Italy. I did Japan. But now, if we look at now, if to encapsulate it, things are changing.
Yes.
I think mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws, there's no how. The daughter is the one in charge. The daughter-in-law is the one in charge.
I hear you. Can I? I hear you. I'll come to you, Nima. I hear you, and that sounds so good, especially when we see the movies. But when you have your own child and you raise your son, he goes to university and he's maybe working in this big company and you're doing well and you feel like, okay, this boy deserves a woman who would appreciate the sacrifices I have made to this boy and I have done and this fully made boy. So he's different. Say I'm in Italy, I'm in Russia. You want to make sure that this my son is not being taken advantage of, because sometimes your son can be so gullible. So they're going to marry one akata that will finish his life.
Who trained him to be
gullible? Thank you.
That's your homework now.
People train people. People turn out how they want to.
Yes, don't train you. She can stand in gap for prayer.
Life trains you.
Because I've been in a commercial bus before. One day I just randomly, and this group of 4 women were talking about how they went to move the daughter-in-law's things out of her son's house.
Imagine.
And it was very flimsy. I was really biting to ask them that, and you are all women. And the auntie, the sister, the brother, they were just talking. I'm like,
you will not be in that situation.
No,
don't mind that. You need to evict your child.
Mariah, there was one of my auntie's wives that my aunties, they took a trip to go and move her things out.
Why?
Thank you. She come to our house, marry my uncle for all day, refused to born.
Refused to born.
How can she refuse to born?
How can she refuse to born? How can she be doing family planning on our behalf? We are looking for children. Emotions don't clash.
They did not talk about
thank you.
They
found that all the time they were bringing herbs, she was on contraceptive.
She don't tell us now. We don't leave our house.
Let me tell you something.
But the man liked her.
So what did you guys do?
My aunties, they tried to talk to her. They sent emissaries. They now heard that she was locking emissaries out. They used big yash, go break door. Now so they push the door like this. Settle the matter one time. So sometimes you see these stories, don't take it out of only what you have heard. I'm just telling you. Bullying. Yeah, I'm just saying it's not bullying. If you come to pump somebody, come with plain hands. The man's intention is to have his own kids. He was marrying over 40. He was he gave birth in Belena. He was married. My uncle will finish me today. He was marrying over 40. You can't come there, can't they use contraceptive? They say you're keeping your body in shape, They talk to you, say no go here. They go visit you. My point I wanted to make on the serious matter I just to tell them, say, no, every time they go and move somebody load out, it be bad thing. Sometimes they are also fighting for their.
True.
Sometimes it's not even mother-in-law, it's the sisters. It's somebody else fighting for the brother.
So what were they looking at before you married
my
the
brother,
woman
for
that they needed
instance,
to
now,
give her
Because he's
things
allowed
out?
to marry who he wants to marry.
Now,
you know, if he was, this is to marriage, you don't know.
Wait, let me phrase the question. Let me phrase the question to
Don't they get
Damilola
headache?
and Obiaju.
Oh, now no, let me go where they go. Now don't let me forget the name.
Can you showed us the bullying aspect?
I get the mentality, and I'm on your side, but I have to play this devil's advocate.
It's okay.
So this,
I'm not
I
on
hear
your side,
you. A boy has married a woman of his choice.
yeah.
And you, as a woman, let me let go.
If he make
You have
mistake for
cleaved.
choice, so
And then,
Cleave
but
the wrong
somehow
thing.
you realize that you know he has made his
What do you mean by
mistake.
this?
As a mother, you are still alive. You have a business going on in Italy. You are traveling around the world. You're thinking, Marital, is this the focus for me right now? Or I should go and help this my son
Marital,
to get his
imagine the
life
call
right.
like
Do you
this.
know how
Wait,
I'm gonna help
let me
myself?
ask Dami.
Do you know how I'm
Hello,
gonna help
Dami. Your son
myself?
calls you in 20 years. Hello, mommy. I think I've made a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, this girl wants to kill me.
All right.
Mommy, see what I've just found out. Infidelity, she dress, DNA, this
I
and
go
that.
storm there.
Mommy, she's choking me. She's not going. Ejo.
I go storm there.
You go storm.
I will show up.
You go show up.
Amazing.
There's-
You show up and do what?
Finish.
And lift her out. There's a
Go
difference.
ahead.
You're talking loud. No.
This is anything
I cannot lift anybody.
You are mixing up the issue. Wait now.
I cannot be alive for another woman with my child.
I'm not lifting.
What are they
I'm not
calling it?
lifting.
I can't hear
Mixing
anybody.
up the issue. I will not be imposed into my son's
But your son
marriage.
invites you.
No,
Wait,
listen, listen now. If there are issues, they always invite family members to come and settle. Not be so.
yes.
Yeah. So I will not impose my whims and caprices on how the wife should treat him, or how the wife should do his food, or how the wife should. When I come there, I come as a visitor. I stay in my guest room. If I have things that I'm bringing for my grandchildren, I'm bringing things. I'm showing up.
Go knock the right letter before you come.
And of course. I
For
will,
your son's
yes,
sake. Yeah.
I will call my son. I'm coming. Is it comfortable for you people? I want to come and if it's not comfortable, I stay in my house. I have a happy home. I'll stay with my husband. Or I go and visit another
No,
child.
I know they talk
No,
divorce first for
hold
this
on,
table.
now hold on.
Hold
But
on.
if you call me and say you are
move it.
having issues, and I come in and I try and sort out the issues, and it's not sorting out, will we have a conversation? Are we returning bride price or not? It's not a,
Sharp,
it's not
sharp,
a
no
big
waste
deal.
time.
No, it's not for the
will
boy,
you not have children?
for the
Because
man to take a
you-
decision.
I will not
Because you choose
you can't be
wrongly,
the
you
one
not
to
have children.
decide for
hold
him.
on. I will not be involved in how you live your life. You are married. I love you, my son, but I will allow you to go and cleave to your wife. It's only when you have an issue that is irreconcilable that I will show my eye.
Now, even if you have this irreconcilable issue, I do not think it is in your place to move her things out as any mother.
I just reacted.
You can always propel the boy to know that, oh, it's like this brain in your head is not really working. How about these options?
Yeah.
You,
That
but
means
it is totally wrong.
traditional customary divorce.
It is totally wrong.
Oh, you both don't
No,
scatter
that's
on
what
her
we
head.
are
Then they
saying
move her things
now.
out.
That's why we've seen
Okay, she
places
go
where-
inherit our house.
Have we not seen places where they move the things out and they go and we go back?
Wait, I can't hear anybody again.
We've
Please,
seen
Morayo,
can't
my
hear
son has
anybody
built
again.
his house in VI. And the wife now, come and be any wife. She refused to go. She go inherit our house, collect my pikin house with.
she born for there, but she not born for there.
If she born there, we no, that's papa
I
pikin.
think that's
we go
why we are
arrange
still
pikin.
making the mistake. The man is the one who saw.
I'm tired of this.
Except
She born for her papa, then
that,
my son she
Damilola
born for.
has the floor, please.
except that
Okay.
it was a marriage that
Alright.
was influenced by the mother from the inception.
Yeah.
And we have issues like that. The mother will say, oh, I was the one that brought you.
this person.
I was the one that introduced you. So I will be the one to know how to let you out. But I do not think under any circumstances a woman, a mother, should be the one to go and move out the belongings of her
Can I-
child's wife.
I agree
Now
with
you
you.
can just help him, advise him. When our people will say to back what you say kota to back we want you you'll be hearing people will be saying this wife is bad. The man will say you people don't understand.
Yes,
but
I'm
we
in love.
don't understand.
This,
And that's the truth.
Dami, I agree
That's
with
why I'm
you.
saying because I have two boys. I'm saying moving
you have two
forward.
boys, okay.
Because I have two boys and we're seeing this. That I'm not fortunate to have a mother-in-law. But I'm preparing to be one someday. So I'm already creating that. What are the perimeters that will make me easily be, what's that word? Easily be disrespected.
Yeah.
So I won't go
Respect
there.
yourself.
I won't go there.
Okay,
And these are the
your
things that
house.
will
I agree
these
with
are the
you.
things that I
Let me
cannot
give
tell
her-
my son. Sorry, please. I cannot tell my son that when I was younger, these were the things that your father saw. You can help your child build if he does not maybe have a conformant of the ideal woman he wants. You can help him build. Oh, God looks at the character, not the miniskirt. oh, this and that. So I think till now it is wrong for any woman.
Point taken.
So I agree with Dami. No woman has a right on another woman in her home.
Property.
Now where general rule apply. Exceptions there.
I agree.
Make everything better. Be well, no.
Yes, so
let it be.
Because if you know well, we go repair them.
Hey, you come to marry. But people say which is let me tell you the same ouchi. They say I'm your timawo, I'm your timewo. That's we know they generally collectively love wife. Now man they love your wife. So they see that one. Yes, the same people they talk and say better be well. No, you woman go come. They go ask you, do you want to be in this family? You know some women will come in with their feminists. Advocate, I'm my identity, I'm a somebody of a somebody. Everything about your in-laws are things you are offended by. You want to change them. You want to correct them. You are separating your kids. Family gathering, you don't show up. Your kids don't know their cousins. True. You are the bridge. Go. Let me tell you, when they do burial for our town, they go say make you kneel down. Now swear, any woman dividing family, you be saying amen, they'll be swearing. Now cause it's so because women we have the singular power to join.
So because of time, let's bring it back to this our generation. Because these young people, again, we will call it wisdom. They say I want boundaries. I'm not going to be in the house where my mother-in-law is influencing my husband because the mother-in-law who comes to visit, as Bisi said, I'm only advising my son. Okay, your finances, you're making a lot of money. How come you've not bought a house? How come? So she's trying to help her son, but the Gen Z wife is like, no, you don't have a
That's why fight is not everything.
My husband, how to build this finances.
If you married your husband at 30, your mother-in-law has 30 years experience at the game of one person. Both of you want to, everybody they influence somebody. All of us are manipulative. You want to manipulate your husband, your mother-in-law wants to manipulate her son. So this game, senior day.
We're supposed to be helping people. You're making it worse.
No. I'm coming somewhere. It's patience. Learning the skill. Is it not the husband as Bisi don't expand that you are still carrying, you are still breastfeeding for the rest of his life? Wisdom. But what I don't advocate for is that when you are at it, you are creating preemptive trouble when the trouble has not even happened.
Yes, that
the person wrong. See me, let me tell you one thing I did to my mother-in-law because I love my mother-in-law. I still do love her to death. But one time my mother-in-law doesn't know boundaries. She was in the village sending somebody to Lagos. The person will come and live in my house. I said, Mama, how is that possible? This way I'm saying, that's not how I said it to. My husband said, there's nothing there. The family. I said, hey, an adult child of nowadays, I don't know well. I cannot allow. Mama, when you return, she'll be with you in your house. He said, Anima, what's wrong with you? I said, Mama, I have spoken. Because I saw that I was speaking to my husband, he didn't get it. I call her directly.
But you were firm about it.
Firmness is not rudeness. We are going somewhere.
Okay.
The reason I did not allow that is because of what has happened before. You don't just preempt it. You allow it. This thing I will explain to you happened early after 2020.
Yes.
So sometimes allow things build. And later when we're able to see that, say, Mama, there's a reason I did not agree. So when the trouble comes, I will be left alone. I will be dealing with the trouble alone. You are not allowed.
I want to forget.
Yeah.
What you said about this manipulation of the games.
Because
I learned from my mother-in-law because I never knew that this my husband and dreams. I still mentioned recently that I still use dream to bamboozle him recently. I've been married to guy 13 years, and I knew that dream was a big tool for him. And grandma used that thing very any small. She's good at it. She'll come like maybe 7 a.m. in the morning, very early. I said she just woke up from that dream, and she'll call him fresh from the gym. He's like, grandma,
yes,
night. I should not sit down very calmly.
Listening.
And my husband will just be like this, listening. That dream thing, they catch brown. I never studied it.
You learned from your senior.
I just use that card. Dream is the master key.
You don't hear now. If you're watching the show today,
we don't cancel our secrets outside.
No, they talk our secrets outside.
When I finished with that dream thing, my husband started kabashing. He started doing.
You go follow the kabash.
So I now realize that it's a key for me. So everybody has just like you learn from mother-in-law.
Yes.
How to
cook.
Yes.
You know that my mother makes the best egusi, but I still go and learn my mother-in-law. So
you can also learn from your own mother. You can also learn from everywhere, right? Yeah. Just pick the lessons as you go. The thing is, you had to experience first before you now decided to build your boundaries. What we're discussing today is that these Gen Zs do not want to even have that experience.
We cannot. Can we teach them?
Why can't we?
Listen now.
Our job is to teach them.
No, hold on. You cannot teach people to tolerate and take what is not good for them. We took what was not good for us because that was the society we found ourselves in. But times are changing. Now, as you are teaching people to be able to stand up for themselves, you are also teaching the elders to be able to behave better, worthy of respect. That's what I'm saying. So don't put all the lessons on the young ones who are, because you're the one getting into the marriage, oh, you have to behave like this, oh, you have to behave like, because you are coming to marry my son, I have to treat you this way. You are a visitor or another person's child coming. I have daughters. And I will love that my daughters go to
somewhere
another
that they're
man's
going to be
house
loved.
and the family loves her and they treat her well. So I will treat you well. So the responsibility is on two sides, not just for the children to behave well, of course. You have to respect your elders. I'm raising you to respect me. So if you can respect me, you should respect your mother-in-law. It's a no-brainer. She's also a mother to the person
your mother,
you claim you love. So you respect her. But you, the mother that they are respecting, can you respect yourself? Can you understand that this is somebody's child that is coming to my place? What stories will she tell when she leaves me? So let us spread the training.
See, there's something that's like as in, there's that you learn things just like you go to school.
Yes.
When there was a boss I had who I was saying the other day that she told me, if you want to see me, talk to me, put your hands behind my back. It was embarrassing. I was upset about it. But she used to force me to write a report every single day. It was that lesson I learned that helped me to get a promotion in my next job.
Yeah.
The point is that when you come in and your mother-in-law looks a bit or seems a bit aggressive or somewhat, if you are submissive such that and you apply wisdom, when you learn from her, you might actually benefit more from her than make her an enemy. Because a lot of young people today are not even giving these mother-in-laws a chance. Yes, they are feisty ones. Yes, they are toxic. But the wisdom is your ability to manage. And that makes you stronger. Now, I hear the part that it might not be good for your mental health or the children are learning, but somehow we have your ability to manage these women makes you better mother-in-law in future.
No, you know where I think it goes wrong. Where I think it goes wrong is because these children that should be under training, they've left home. A lot of no, not even boarding school. Once they have admission, they hardly come back home. So where is the place of training? Maybe when we were growing up is that after school you are married off from your father's house. Now they are married off from their personal apartment. And it's like daddy will come, mommy will come, we'll join up and everything. So I think that's where the basis is coming from. If our mothers or if we as mothers are able to really inculcate that yes, you are going into another family, you will meet the good, the bad and the ugly. There will be witches and wizards. There will be principalities and powers. Then now you choose how we have been able to train you in wisdom. Maybe the Bible says wisdom is profitable to guide. And what you don't have, you cannot give. So a child that does not have wisdom from home, it will be difficult to apply wisdom when it's not
the mother-in-law too that does not have wisdom.
How can the mother-in-law not have wisdom?
I don't understand. You
no,
think the foolish people don't grow old? Wise people grow old.
When foolish people grow old, eventually they get wise. Eventually they get wise.
Some people don't get wise.
Some people don't get wise.
Some people they will die elders.
Some people don't get wise.
Some people will die old people. Some people will die elders.
We have to wrap. I want to final words.
Final quotes. The secret to all this water we have spoken is the boy.
Yes.
The man.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So the man that you are, because you see these two women, Orogun is a natural thing, it's in our genes. Once another woman, if your mother-in-law wanted to even be happy with you, once she say, now only you they go travel, now only you they buy motor for them.
You go change face.
You go ask her, I raised you for how many years?
That's the fruit of her labor.
Which one?
So at the end of the day,
apply wisdom, make sure that you reach out, you do the balance. The man is the center. Knowing the balance, that's the balance.
I think I will also tilt a bit to say that it's not everything that happens in your home too as a man you take to your mother. Because it's that there all this
if the mama get wire
they start
those will get
to my understanding.
Oh, she did this. Need you to come and tell you.
Sometimes she knows she can guess, but she needs somebody to now ground her conviction that yes. So the moment you're even complaining, she didn't cook yesterday, she was supposed to do this, she's already building on it and judging the woman you're bringing as though, this one will suffer my son. He likes egusi and you like to cook some. No. So sometimes the man, yes. But we women should train our men as though, what if we are not there? How will they function? They'll function somehow.
Yes, I like what Nima just said. It's about the man. Because I remember the early days of marriage where some things were about it. The man would just quietly, Mommy, I love you, but she has a special place in my heart as well. Your space, nobody will take it. Her space, nobody will take it. Everybody find balance. A wise woman, she understood that the love the husband had for her, she does not want to lose her son. she will have to do well.
blend, yes.
And she did well so that she has her son today. I have my husband. Because my kind of person, you will lose the son. I'm sorry.
Marriage. I remember in the early when she started living with us, I'll go to work and she'll make mommy make. I will come back home. I'll cook. Grandma too will make this lovely soup. And Brown will come home. She's like, I make your favorite fish, favorite. And Brown will be thinking, I know Marital cooked. So mommy, you want me to leave Marital's food? I need your food. Doesn't make sense.
But you know collect the
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, go lift the open.
You when they carry to you're right. The man has
to step in. Yeah.
The man would rather eat his wife's food and leave the mother's home for the children.
On the show today, hope you learned a few things as we had. This kind of topic is never ending.
No, it's not.
No, they finish.
Next time you bring, I go see fresh. Everybody forever.
Have a lovely weekend. See you Monday. Bye for now.